what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Matt, and this is Take Back Your Health podcast, where we talk about all things health and ways to help you be the best version of you. Hey everybody, this is Dr. Matt. This is Take Back Your Health podcast, and I apologize, my voice is not all the way there, but I'm here with a special guest friend of mine, Miss Deanna Glover with Root and Rise Yoga, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes, hi.
I always want to say it different ways.
It's okay. Me too.
So, how long have you been with the studio?
Well, let's see. So I opened back in August of 2025, so last year. So, about half a year or so we've been operating and open and growing. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Challenging, but fun.
But you're not new to yoga.
No.
You're just new to business owner life, I should say.
Yeah. Yes.
I know. Isn't it wonderful?
It's great. It's great.
So, I guess you're certified yoga. What got you, real quick, what kind of got you into yoga?
Okay, well, to be quite honest, I've been doing yoga, I don't know, we'll say about 13, 14 years-ish. I just decided to walk into a class, and it was more for the physical components that you're able to experience throughout the practice, more or less an exercise. And I just kind of kept going back, and something just kind of sticked, I suppose. And now the more I deepen my practice, I realize it's not so much the physical aspect that keeps me coming back to the mat. It's the mental, fortitude you form, and the self-discipline, and the sitting with self, and all of those really hard things, actually. So it's an experience, and I love it. And that's where we kind of are. And I went to do a training, a 235-hour training, and no intention to teach whatsoever. So now I have a studio, and here we are. And I've been doing it for like a year and a half.
It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, and yeah, it's fun. And now I'm in a 300-hour training and halfway through that one. So
what, I guess, I'm all new to this. So you can't just take a class and learn how to do it and just start your own thing. Like, you have to be actually trained and certified, correct?
I mean, technically, if you wanted to just go ahead and teach a yoga class for poops and giggles, you could. The licensure and certifications is not a requirement, I don't think so, depending on the studio owner, the space owner, whatever that may be. But really, it's more for your students. It's more for yourself, the education.
It just shows your passion, and your level of interest.
And also, it's important to know the alignment, where the body is, the anatomy that you're working with, and how people carry themselves. And, that's really important. So you have to learn about those things. And yoga is so much more than exercise. So.
It's more than stretching, isn't
it? Way more than that.
I know. I've taken about 3 classes with you now, so I consider myself more than a beginner, I should say.
Pro.
But when you get in some of those positions, though, I tell you, I don't know how your body can function like that.
It's a practice. You just got to keep going.
She's
back.
like, yeah, put the if you want a little extra burn, put your left hand behind your right leg and do this. And I'm over here watching you basically turn yourself inside out.
It's fun.
And I'm just like, yeah, we're going to stay right where we are, right here.
But that's the beautiful thing, staying where you are, and loving yourself where you are, and just vibing with that. It's cool.
Exactly. And that's what I didn't realize when getting into it, because I started yoga with you because, one, I want to help with my flexibility, because I have the flexibility of a tin can. So I really don't have any. I stand all day long, so my hamstrings are always tight. My back's always tight. And I know that yoga is really good for not only stretching, but also strengthening muscles. Yeah. Because surprisingly enough, the first class I did with you, I went home, and the next day I was sore in areas I didn't think I'd be sore. And I didn't feel like
sore.
But I didn't feel like I did anything. That's just it. When you work out, you get sore and you get stiff because you work muscles you hadn't worked before. But when you're just putting your body into different positions and holding them there, you don't realize that you're engaging muscles that don't normally get engaged, so they're going to be fatigued and they're going to be sore.
Yeah, well, and not only, muscles hold memory. So if you're not using these muscles actively, and you're someone with poor posture and you come to a class and I'm cueing correct posture to sit well, to stack, your head, shoulders, belly, then you're going to feel a little different. It's new. So you have to learn and you work into the space.
Now, let's talk about yoga. What is some of the things you hear people say about yoga? I guess what's kind of misunderstood? Because I know it's more than just stretching, but if you have, for our listeners out there that have never been to a yoga class or doesn't know anything about yoga, what would you, I guess, tell them that yoga is not what they think it is? Does that make sense?
That's a good question. Yeah, no, that's a good question. So the first one that comes to mind, of course, is, I can't do yoga. I'm not flexible. That's the number one, number one thing.
Right here. Yeah.
You don't have to be flexible. So for me, when I think of a yogi in advanced practice, it is someone that sits in stillness and sits with themselves in their breath, meditates, is focusing on the inward and how they can be a better person and connecting to that higher power, whatever that is for you, for this liberation, for that freedom. So it's really sitting with self and quieting the mind or the narrative that we like. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Turn the seer from versus the watcher type of situation, So it's really just meeting yourself where you are. So if you can't do a headstand, that's okay.
I'll never be able to do
That's
a handstand, I'll
fine.
tell you.
Just do a nice forward fold and just place your hands down onto the earth. Maybe you touch your head down onto the earth. That's cool. Just meet yourself where you are.
Beauty in the easiness, I should say, whatever you call it.
Soften, release. The practice is to really, it's to reduce your stress too. It's to bring the mind to present, action to awareness to action and, your breath to your movement type of thing. It's the connection that you're making, not your performance or how pretty you look doing it.
Correct, because we don't look very pretty. Some of us don't look very pretty when we're doing that.
It's all right.
And you talked about some of this, but you talked about stress. What are some of the biggest health benefits that you find by practicing yoga other than increasing flexibility?
Right, of course. So of managing that stress, you learn how to have a breath practice. So when you have that breath practice, you're able to really reduce your cortisol levels. You're able to respond as opposed to react in situations, assess. When I think about it, emotions, you can't see them, so to identify those emotions, you have to feel them, right? And so what is your change in your breath? Like, what is my body doing? How am I responding here? And now where can I control, excuse me, this energy to where I can slow it down. I can pause. I can shift that perspective. So that's a main benefit, is having the breath practice to reduce your stress, improve your flexibility. It's just an overall just wonderful thing for the body in general, because it's also about living well. There's so many things about yoga, and one of them is, being nonviolent and being kind, not only to yourself and to others, but to your body and how you treat yourself.
Absolutely.
Getting outside, using the things that we have here that are available to us already and not all the extras. So, I don't know. I love it. It's great.
And you're very good at it, because
Thanks.
your yoga voice and your regular voice are completely different.
Oh, I know.
It kind of freaked me out the first time I met you. That was hilarious.
It's the customer service voice. No, it's different. That's different too.
That's funny. But as far as that, yes, you already said it. It helps you listen to your body. A lot of people don't know how to do that anymore because they're so used to just how they feel, whatever. And yoga, chiropractic even, it's helping you learn what your body wants and what it doesn't want, and not to ignore it, not to push it away, not to cover it up. And it helps with so many different things. Now, can yoga help people get out of pain, like things like that? Or is it just more for mind-body awareness, or is
I am not a medical professional,
No.
so disclaimer. I think it's just overall health and wellness. For example, your posture. When you just look at your basic way that you sit,
Yep.
when you have a rounded spine, when you're drawing your chin to your chest, well, number one, you're hurting your back essentially. Okay, so let's fix the posture. Crown of the head is up, shoulders back. But not only that, you're helping your breath. Your lungs can then expand at full capacity. You have, that axial movement in the body with expansion. You're able to feel all the things, really take the breath in, and that helps with nervous system regulation, reducing your stress, and all of that then falls in line. So just those two simple things are things you do in yoga. And then also getting quiet and being concentrate.
Still?
Yeah, finding the stillness and being present. Like I said, pause, slow down, says the person who's never slowing down. And, but it's a practice. You got to go back to it. So
it's not hard to be relaxed. It's not easy to be relaxed. People struggle with that because we're constantly on the go, 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 go. And then when you want to do something as easy as breathing, there's so much power behind that because breath is obviously what keeps you alive. But we sometimes forget how to do it, just like we forget how to relax because we're so used to the way we do it.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, you talk about posture. I tell my patients 90% of your problem is posture and dehydration.
Yeah.
And those are two easy fixes, but we do it on the daily that we don't even realize we do it.
Right.
And so, yeah, that could definitely help with a lot of those.
Well, and that's where that concentration then comes in. Focus. What are you doing? Like the proprioception of the body. Like, where are you at in space? So it's all those different things. It's just what do you notice? And notice without judgment, too. So, throw that in there.
No, but just taking a couple of your classes, I've learned a little bit more about where I struggle as far as, I guess, my body and all that. Because when you're saying, hey, getting this, put your hand here, put your head here, whatever. But then you'll say something like, feel where you're tense. Where can you soften? Where is your body holding on to tension? And I realize, I'm gripping my fist right now, and I don't know why I'm gripping it. So you let it go. It's like you're more mind-body awareness, which is actually pretty cool to feel that.
That's the breath that really comes into play, like the prana. That's the life force of every being in this and creature. It's essential to the yoga practice.
Well, you learn your body's corrective patterns.
Yeah.
So if you have a funny walk or your balance isn't that good, you kind of realize where you compensate, and then you're like, oh well, maybe that's why this hip hurts because this hip is compensating for this hip, and I realize that because I wasn't paying any attention to it. What are some real life stories with clients that you've helped in the past, since you've been open or since you've been a yogi? What are some what's one maybe story that you've experienced that would kind of just made you excited about what you do?
Okay, so I taught a workshop, Foundations of Flow, back in January at TK Training and Wellness.
Yep. Taylor Keys.
But one of my clients was there. And so, I went through this workshop with them, taught them different breathing techniques, a practice, and just got to know them, talk to them. And within 2 days, she texted me saying how she was already using those breathing techniques throughout her day. And she noticed it. And that just makes you feel good. It makes you feel like, what I do matters, at least to that one person, and yes, of course, I practice for a certain reason, but that's why I ended up wanting to teach it, because you just want to share it. It's awesome. It's cool. And it just helps you find authenticity, and then also give grace and show love to others too. And like I said, it's just a wonderful practice. It's not just this physical aspect.
No. Now, for our viewer or our listeners that are thinking about getting into yoga, what are some beginner advice tips that you might have for those listening that have never experienced yoga before, or might be too scared to try it because of, whatever they're thinking?
The first thing would be just to simply go to a class, get to a studio and go to a class. Of course, you have YouTube, you have all the different platforms that you're able to utilize, but there is a different experience when you go to a studio setting and you have a certified instructor, one that's able to help guide you in to the practice and make that mental transition, the proper warm up or whatever peak posture you're working on, the cool down, and also help you get into the breath to tune inward, and also help with they watch your body. Instructors, we watch you as you're practicing. So when you have someone doing that, it's just naturally going to be a positive for you. And if you're fearful about it, just do it. Just do it. You are blessed to wake up and you are able to move and all the different things. Just do it. If you have fear over it, just do it. If you're scared, just do it. I promise you'll love it. You'll love it. Yeah. But you could always YouTube too. No shame, nothing against that. But it's just different when you're in a space that's welcoming for it.
Of course. My advice would have been to find an instructor that you like, that you can feel yourself with, feel vulnerable with, because yoga is very vulnerable.
Yeah.
I was hesitant to do it because I'm a guy, and I think I'm the only guy in your class. So that's a little bit kind of intimidating for me because I'm going to look foolish in front of all these people that obviously are very seasoned. But I don't feel that way in your class.
Good. Awesome.
Even though, I try to sit there and relax, but I do have to have one eye open to watch you to make sure I'm in the right position because I'm a visual person, not you'll sit there and spout the instructions off and I'll have to what did she say? But that's part of the fun.
Yeah. And believe it or not, male or female, my very first class that I ever took was a male. And when I walked in, I was like, man, what is this? And that gentleman, he was amazing. He was awesome. And I was like, oh, okay. And and honestly, a lot of the gurus and a lot of these amazing yoga practitioners are male too. So it's don't be scared, come on, fellas. Not in a,
Well, men need it even more so because women typically are more flexible by nature anyway.
Yeah.
Men are more rigid. And speaking from experience, like I say, I have no flexibility pretty much for my lower half of my legs, feet, but this has helped a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Which has been phenomenal. And just in a short amount of time.
Oh, I mean, if you're a golfer and you want to work on your swing and improve your, your end range engagement, well, then come to a yoga class so you're able to open up your shoulders and expand your chest, and maybe you'll kill it next time. So there's so many different ways to look at it.
Exactly. But what's probably one of the number one reasons people either give up too soon or they don't even try?
They don't stick with it. You just have to.
That's with anything.
Yeah, you just have to. It's the discipline of just sticking with it.
Staying consistency is key.
It's just the consistency. And yoga usually, it'll attract you if it's something that it's really meant for you and you really have a connection or want to go towards it. It'll pull you in. You'll notice it. You'll feel it. It truly is an experience. And that's something I try to do with my classes. I make it an experience, a clear before and a clear after. And you feel good. You feel like you did something not only good for your body but for your mind. So it's so many wonderful things about it.
How often would you say that you should do it? To get, I guess,
every
benefit
day.
out of it every day.
I love it.
You do it every day. No, I do it once a week with you, but I guess it depends on what you're looking to get out of it.
I guess it really depends on your personal connection to it and what you are looking for. I mean, if you have a consistent practice, and you'll get better and you'll progress, because yoga is not about a performance or a perfection type of thing. It's a progression. When I have a terrible day, when I know I messed up, I go to my mat because that's where I know I can let it go. It's gone. It's done. It's over with. I get it out. So it's really how that individual views their practice.
And that's good.
So, and when I say practice, it doesn't mean you're hitting, a warrior two, and then your peaceful warrior, do a triangle, like a flow. It could be sitting on a pillow in the middle of your living room. TV is off, everything is off, and you're just sitting in stillness and breathing. That's a practice. That's yoga. So it's all good.
Yes, and one of the things that you usually start the session out with is you say, whatever you're dealing with, that doesn't matter. In this next hour, let it go. And that's a good way to be, because we're all so holding on to that. And that's how you have to be vulnerable in order to do that. And most people don't want to be.
Yeah, well, it's hard for people to sit still. It's hard for people to breathe, and it's hard for people to hear their own breath. Breathe, exhale, it's cool. Sigh it out, let it go.
Exactly. Now, in the last minute or two let's talk about how people can get a hold of you if they are interested in starting yoga. Tell us about how to get a hold of you, contact information, social media, all that jazz.
Yeah, so I am located in Hickory. So if you are familiar with Hickory, it's right off of I-40. So exit 126, McDonald Parkway. But ways you can find me. website's the easiest, www.rootandriseyogaflow.com. Social, I think for Insta is at Root and Rise Yoga Hickory, but like HKY for Hickory. So Root and Rise Yoga HKY. So you can find me there, or Facebook under Deanna Glover, and I operate the business page under there for now. And I don't know, I'm not new to this social stuff. Is new. Show your socials, okay?
Well, I know.
I don't know. Here's my MySpace. Like I don't know. Like
I
this
know.
is
Good gracious, showing her age. I got that. No.
like this.
But I mean, your classes are super affordable too.
Thank you. Yeah. A single class pass is $14, and we have classes 5 days a week. I'm hoping I'm gonna integrate more soon, but check out the schedule. If you're really looking to begin it, Tuesdays, I have a gentle flow class at 6 p.m. You can go to the website to register. You can, of course, email me, rootandriseyogaflow@gmail.com is the email. Google, I don't know, talk to your phone. She'll find me.
She's easy to find. Is there anything else you'd like our listeners to know before we wrap it up about you, about yoga, maybe encouragement, whatever? I usually just let the guest start.
Oh man,
don't give up.
Do your thing. No,
do your
love
thing,
yourself, love others. That's the best thing. Love, respect, and kindness, and yeah.
And that's
come to a yoga class. I promise you'll love it. And even if you don't, you will have fun because I have ADHD. So.
And that's where we find the most healing is when you start to love yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you. Thanks, Dr. Matt.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
Absolutely. If you'd like to learn more about what you just heard, or if you're interested in scheduling an appointment to see how chiropractic can help you, visit our website at newdirectionschiropractic-nc.com. Be sure to follow our social media page for more information on how to be a better you.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.